if you're about to watch this particular video, finally we have uncovered one of the people who just appeared in BBC Exposè against TB Joshua. And this particular woman who appeared on BBC's Exposè also was in TB Joshua's church. Now apparently the woman in pink, okay, at the church premises of TB Joshua, the video on the far left on the screen, she was at TB Joshua's church, and apparently she was having an exchange with TB Joshua after she claimed, or TB Joshua claimed, that she was possessed by some sort of spirit, and TB Joshua was helping to cast out this demon. Apparently this woman is out to say a truth that perhaps all of this was kind of staged, and even psychologically it has created a stigma that up to now she can't recover from. We will give you all the details in this video. We'll play both videos for you to see and even explain how we got here. So earlier we brought you an update right here on this particular platform that the British Broadcasting Corporation, as the BBC, is set to release an explosive exposé of the late TB Joshua. Now this is very strange because a lot of us never anticipated that 3 years after the death of this man of God, BBC will be digging into his past to uncover perhaps what really was going on at his church, and even the deep secret behind his ministry. Finally, BBC is set to bring this exposé out, and they are saying this is a 3-part exposé. Now, a lot of people have already started talking, saying that they know that this have been going on for years at TB Joshua's church. Others are also saying that this is an orchestrated thing which is being done just to tarnish the image of TB Joshua. He's dead and gone. And the questions a lot of people are asking, especially on social media, TikTok and Twitter, is why didn't this particular survivors or these particular victims of TB Joshua, why didn't they come out to speak during when the man was alive? Well, according to them, it's simple. He was too powerful then, and they believe that this is the time that they found solace, or they found some sort of peace and some sort of strength to come out and share their story. Maybe far from that, we are getting fresh details into the explosive exposé that BBC is here to air tomorrow and also across the week. Now, definitely this is going to really rock and shake the world of SCOAN. That's a synagogue church of all nations, and also what is left, because let's be frank, since TB Joshua died on the 5th June 2021, nothing has been the same, okay, because we've seen very well that immediately after his death there was some perhaps commotion at the church, because the commotion at the church all spanned from who was going to lead the church, who was going to be the next person to take on the mantle of the church and steer the church into the direction that TB Joshua was doing when he was alive. And obviously it was a 3-part. There were scores of people in the church who believed that the junior pastors should carry on, and there were also scores of people who believed that there was a certain man who was next in line of TB Joshua, his likeness and also his mannerism, and even people believe he was in the spirit, he had endowed in the spirit that he can really carry on the mantle in terms of TB Joshua's work. And there were also another score of people who also believed that TB Joshua's wife, that's Evelyn Joshua, should take over. Now these brought a whole lot of commotion at the church, and ultimately we realized that the church elders and the church leaders settled on Evelyn Joshua to lead the church. And right after that, this decision, we saw that a lot of people were leaving, mainly the white people, the foreigners that TB Joshua had employed, the cameramen, the camera women, those are the production, the VCR, the MCR, all of those people, they left the church. And even we saw that a lot of people left the church because they believed that the direction of the church should not be given to Evelyn Joshua, because Evelyn Joshua is not the next in king. We had people who were younger and fresh of blood to actually take the ministry forward. But even far from that, the church had been able to sustain itself a little bit. But let's be frank, the last time we saw an interview in regards to TB Joseph's church, people who are close to where his church is headquartered, where his church has its headquarters, they came on television. They were saying that nothing has been the same. People are not coming to church. The hotels which used to be full are no more full. So clearly, the impact of TB Joshua's death is can't be understated, and even it has rocked not just his church, that's the Synagogue Church of All Nations, but also the environs and where his main church was located. Now, in regards to this particular BBC expose, we are getting fresh videos. Now, these fresh videos perhaps will give us a glimpse of what we should expect in terms of this whole BBC expose, which is yet to be aired. Now, the people who earlier spoke with BBC, per the snippets we showed you in our first update in regards with this whole TB Joshua story, realized that we told that these people were complaining of a pattern of abuse. Now, some alleged that TB Joshua had engaged in sexual assault with them. Some even suggested that TB Joshua had abused them. Some even suggested that TB Joshua had assaulted them. Now, all of these came in various forms. It's even some saying that they were subject to, perhaps slavery sort of forms. I don't even know how to put it. They were put in inhumane conditions. They were drained psychologically and emotionally, and these are very powerful words that if we don't take time, what is left of TB Joseph's church will just crumpled to the ground. Now, this particular video we are about to show you gives us or tell us where this whole thing is headed. TB Joseph's church was really known for miracles and prophecies and a whole lot of things. Now, one of the things that TB Joshua used to do at his church was casting out demons. We've seen Toto Dike at his church. We've even seen Chimaik at his church. We've seen various Ghanaian boxers at his church. We've even seen various footballers, international footballers from Chelsea, Manchester at his church. And we've even seen presidents visit TB Joshua's church. The last president and was one of the famous presidents to visit TB Joshua's church was the late Fifi Evans Atamos, who was Ghana's president, who died, which was very sad. So TB Joshua is well known. Now, this particular video you're about to show you perhaps gives us a glimpse, because this woman, apparently, it is reported that she's one of the people who is speaking out, saying that this whole thing, she was also subjected to some form of abuse. And from the video that will play, it showed that TB Joshua was apparently casting so-called or allegedly demons from her. And the woman says that this whole thing perhaps tarnished their life. So the question is, did she staged it, or did TB Joshua staged it with her, or perhaps was it something that just happened and then she felt that she was under a spell or what, and now she's speaking out to the BBC saying that all this were a form of abuse? Let's watch this video and come back and give you what is next in terms of this whole TB Joshua debacle.
You mean?
Who are
Have
you?
you ever seen anybody talking to me standing? Hey.
Now, can you
Imagine
introduce
this
yourself? Who are you?
I am Lucifer.
Come here in the name of Jesus.
I am not coming.
Jesus is greater than you.
I am not coming.
You are powerless in the face of Jesus. Now I command you in the name of Jesus, come here. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, come here.
I came for revenge. You scattered my kingdom yesterday. You small boys.
Come and stand here and talk in the name of Jesus.
I am not coming. You don't command me. You bow to me. No one commands me. Who are you?
I have the power of the name Jesus at my command. Now I command you in the name of Jesus. Come and stand here and talk in the name of Jesus. Come here. You bow to Jesus. No one is greater than Jesus. You are powerless. Now come here in the name of Jesus. You are powerless in the face of Jesus. Come here. Now stand and talk in the name of Jesus. Who are you?
I say I am Lucifer. I will bow to you. I am a master.
You bow to Jesus.
Master. That is what I am.
Soy Lucifer.
I am a master. A master.
You
You
say
know what a master means? When you see your master, what do? Yes, sir.
you said you are here for revenge.
Yes.
Why do you want to revenge?
Oh, yes. You guys came to my kingdom yesterday. You turned the kingdom upside down.
Tu as détruit mon
You
royaume.
changed. You mean?
Who are
Have
you?
you ever seen anybody talking to me?
Okay, so this particular woman who was speaking, okay, she apparently was one of the few people who appeared in TB Joshua's Exposè, which is yet to be aired on BBC. Now, we will try our best and put exactly the portion that this particular woman was captured. Now, if our guess and our lens is correct, then it means that this woman's words on the BBC perhaps will be that she helped staged this whole I'm possessed by a demon, I'm Lucifer and stuff, and perhaps the end result was that it kind of created a stigma around her, and then perhaps now she's just facing the consequences. Now, there's this thing on the screens. I want you to watch it carefully. Now, this woman, obviously, if you look at her closely, you could see that she kind of have a little problem with her eyesight or stuff. So the woman who was also claiming earlier to be from Lucifer, whatever, allegedly, she also have the same. Same eyesight problem. I'm not trying to look down on her, but I'm just trying to pin down the similarities. So at the end of the day, we will be on the same page. Now, if this is true, if this is the same one who appeared on BBC to expose TB Joshua, then perhaps it just goes a long way to say a whole lot of things. Now, I want you to pay a very close attention to this particular video that we are yet to put on the screens. Watch it, and then at the end of the day, you will realize that perhaps there is a similarity between this woman and the woman that TB Joshua was claiming that he was casting out demons from.
I thought I will take what he did to me to the grave.
It looked loving, not knowing that behind that was a sadist, a psychopath. You have no idea of what I went through.
A lot of women were being abused by this man. I had no idea. I thought I was the only one.
You thought you were in the safest place in the world and you were in the most dangerous.
I didn't know that that thing had happened to anybody else.
These are children of 16, 17 years. He kept all of us in slavery. Total, absolute slavery.
I thought I will take what he did to me to the grave.
It looked loving, not knowing that behind that was a sadist, a psychopath. You have no idea.
So, as we told you, there is a woman that people believe, this particular woman who just appeared on the screen, the woman who had like the Rasta, people believe that she was the one who actually appeared some time ago at TB Joseph's church, claiming that she was possessed by some form of spirit or something. This is the same woman that apparently she has appeared in BBC's Exposè, that this whole thing, perhaps they just played snippet that they were abused emotionally, physically, mentally, some even claim sexually. So at the end of the day, this woman who has now appeared in BBC's Exposè, people are of the view that this whole thing just go a long way to just confirm that perhaps this woman is going to spill the beans that some of the miracles, or most, if not all, the miracles which were done at TB Joshua's church was kind of staged. Now, recall, there are scores of people who are saying that as to how we can verify this or not, it will be very difficult because TB Joshua is not alive to kind of explain what is really going on. Now, we're putting a two-part something on the screen for you to watch exactly what we are talking about. We will put the woman, apparently we believe she is in the BBC Exposè, and also the woman who also appeared at TB Joseph's church, claiming that she was possessed by some form of spiritual stuff or something. Now, I think we have it. Okay, so it's on the screens. So I want you to watch very carefully. No, this is the woman that we believe appeared in TB Joshua's church. So you could see, I think we need to just get the woman, this particular woman. People believe that this is the same woman who appeared in TB Joshua's church some time ago, claiming that she was possessed by some form of spirit. Now, if you look closely on your right side, she appears in frame several times, and then she appears in frame several times, and they will make sure that we will try. Of course, now there's a perfect place which kind of tell us, or we can really get the glance of exactly what is really going on in terms of this whole thing. So yeah, okay, so pay attention to this. So just look at these two videos on the screen. Now you realize what I'm talking about. You do realize what I'm talking about. So you do realize here that you could see the similarities, that this is the same woman who some time ago appeared at TB Joseph's church. So this is the same woman too who is now coming out to speak her truth, saying that she was subjected to various forms of abuse, apparently after helping to stage a fake miracle at TB Joseph's church. Now she is the victim, and she's been victimized by a whole lot of people just because she allegedly fell prey to TB Joseph's charm that she should fake a miracle and all that. We don't know how true this is, but at the end of the day, these are various allegations that are in. As I said, the church is here to respond to this, and TB Joshua himself is not alive to kind of confirm or debunk any of these rumors. Regardless, these are very serious allegations that needs to be dealt with seriously. So putting this whole thing side by side, you do realize where we are heading to, that this particular woman on the screens, as you can see, is the same woman apparently who appeared on BBC's Exposè. So if you are watching this particular video, or if you're about to watch this particular video, finally we have uncovered one of the people who just appeared in BBC Exposè against TB Joshua. And this particular woman who appeared on BBC's Exposè also was in TB Joshua's church. Now apparently the woman in pink, okay, at the church premises of TB Joshua, the video on the far left on the screen, she was at TB Joshua's church, and apparently she was having an exchange with TB Joshua after she claimed, or TB Joshua claimed, that she was possessed by some sort of spirit, and TB Joshua was helping to cast out this demon. Apparently this woman is out to say her truth, that perhaps all of this was kind of staged, and even psychologically it has created a stigma that up to now she can't recover from. We will give you all the details in this video. We'll play both videos for you to see and even explain how we got here. You can't miss this video. So if you are just joining me, we are about to get started.